What happens to a narcissist when you deny their Hoover? Have you ever been in that unsettling situation where the narcissist suddenly reappears in your life, acting as though nothing ever happened? This reappearance, known as a Hoover, is their desperate attempt to pull you back into their orbit. But what happens when you do the unthinkable, deny their Hoover? What unfolds in the mind of a narcissist when they realize their manipulative tactics no longer work? This question is more than just intriguing. It holds the key to understanding their inner world and your newfound power over them. In this video, we'll explore the psychological aftermath for a narcissist when their Hoover fails and how your refusal to engage disrupts their carefully constructed facade. You'll discover why their reaction to rejection is often so extreme and what it reveals about their fragile sense of self. By the end, you'll see why denying their Hoover is not only a necessary step for your healing, but also a profound statement of self-respect. So stay with me as we uncover what truly happens behind the mask of the narcissist when you say, "No more." But before we dive in, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more empowering content, and share it with anyone who might benefit from these insights. Let's start this deep dive into the world of narcissists and their reactions to rejection. When a narcissist initiates a Hoover, it's important to recognize that their actions are not driven by love, remorse, or any genuine sense of care. At its core, a Hoover is a calculated attempt to regain control over you. Narcissists live in a world dominated by manipulation and the relentless pursuit of validation, and every person they interact with is seen as a means to an end. For a time, you're a significant part of their source of emotional supply, a well they could draw from to maintain their inflated sense of self. When that supply is abruptly cut off, it leaves a gaping void that they struggle to fill. The Hoover represents their effort to patch up this void, but what truly unsettles them is your refusal to play along. When you choose not to engage, it sends shockwaves through their carefully constructed reality. To fully understand the narcissist's reaction, it's crucial to grasp how they perceive rejection. For a narcissist, rejection is far more than a simple boundary or a polite refusal. It's an assault on their fragile ego. Their sense of self-worth is intricately tied to their ability to control others, to bend people to their will, and maintain their dominance in every interaction. When you deny their Hoover, you're doing more than just ignoring a message or declining an invitation. You're declaring that you see through their tactics. This realization is profoundly destabilizing for them. It confronts them with the painful truth that their manipulation no longer holds power over you, and this shakes the very foundation of their identity. Their initial reaction to your refusal is often one of shock. Narcissists typically overestimate their ability to charm, manipulate, and control those around them. They operate with an inflated sense of confidence, believing that their persuasive tactics will always yield the desired results. When you don't respond to their Hoover, it contradicts the narrative they've crafted about their superiority. In their mind, they are the puppeteer, always in control, and your rejection throws that dynamic into chaos. This shock isn't just surprising for them, it's deeply disorienting, as it forces them to confront the limits of their influence. However, this shock doesn't last long. It quickly morphs into anger as the narcissist scrambles to regain their footing. Anger becomes their armor, a way to shield themselves from the vulnerability that your rejection has exposed. This anger often manifests in a variety of behaviors designed to provoke a reaction from you. They may lash out with harsh accusations, attempting to make you feel guilty for standing your ground. Guilt trips become a weapon, as they try to make you question your decisions and doubt your worth. If guilt fails, they might escalate to more aggressive tactics, such as smear campaigns, where they spread lies, or half-truths to tarnish your reputation. These efforts aren't just about punishing you. They're desperate attempts to reassert control and restore their sense of dominance. What's crucial to understand in these moments is that their reactions are not a display of strength or resilience. They may appear confident or self-assured in their accusations or public tirades, but this is merely a facade. Beneath the surface, their actions are driven by a deep-seated desperation. Your refusal to engage with their Hoover has disrupted their sense of control, and they are flailing in an attempt to salvage their crumbling self-image. The more aggressively they react, the clearer it becomes that they feel powerless and exposed. By refusing their Hoover, you are asserting your independence and reclaiming your autonomy. This decision not only protects your peace, but also exposes the fragility of the narcissist's carefully curated persona. Their overconfidence, their anger, their smear campaigns, all of it stems from their inability to cope with the loss of control over you. While their actions may seem intimidating or even infuriating, they are, at their core, a reflection of their inner turmoil. You've taken a step that many struggle to take. You've chosen to prioritize your well-being over their demands, and in doing so, you've shattered their illusion of control. As time goes on, the narcissist is unlikely to simply accept your absence and move forward. Instead, they often resort to increasingly desperate tactics to provoke a reaction from you. These tactics can range from stirring up drama in your life to attempting to make you jealous by flaunting new relationships or accomplishments. Every action they take is calculated to elicit some kind of emotional response, even if it's a negative one. For a narcissist, any attention, be it anger, frustration, or sadness, is better than none at all. To them, indifference is the ultimate rejection, the one thing that undermines their sense of control and superiority. Your refusal to engage denies them the emotional energy they crave and forces them to confront the uncomfortable emptiness they've been avoiding for so long. The efforts to provoke you might start subtly, perhaps through indirect messages, mutual acquaintances, or social media posts designed to get under your skin. Over time, these attempts may escalate as they grow more desperate. Narcissists are adept at identifying your vulnerabilities and exploiting them to their advantage. They know exactly which buttons to push to stir up emotions, hoping to drag you back into the toxic dynamic where they feel most powerful. Yet every time you stand firm and refuse to respond, you're delivering a silent but powerful blow to their ego. It's essential to acknowledge that denying a narcissist's Hoover is far from easy. Their ability to manipulate is deeply ingrained and often difficult to resist, especially for empathetic individuals. Narcissists have a knack for playing on emotions like guilt, fear, and even compassion, twisting them to serve their own agenda. They may attempt to make you feel responsible for their pain or imply that your absence is causing them unbearable suffering. They might remind you of shared memories, apologize profusely, or promise to change, all in an effort to wear down your resolve. But beneath these pleas lies the same underlying goal: regaining control and pulling you back into their web of manipulation. By standing firm and resisting these tactics, you're not only protecting yourself, but also breaking the cycle of abuse that the narcissist relies on to maintain their sense of power. Your decision to refuse their Hoover sends a clear and undeniable message. You are no longer willing to be a pawn in their game. This act of strength and self-respect dismantles the dynamic they depend on, leaving them to grapple with the loss of their influence over you. It may feel challenging in the moment, but each time you uphold your boundaries, you're reinforcing your autonomy and prioritizing your well-being. Over time, it's likely the narcissist will begin to seek out new sources of supply. They are, after all, driven by an insatiable need for validation. And once they recognize that you're no longer a reliable source, they'll redirect their energy towards someone else. However, this shift doesn't necessarily mean they've forgotten you or let go of their desire for control over you. In many cases, narcissists keep tabs on past sources of supply, lingering on the sidelines and waiting for an opportunity to reinsert themselves into your life. Whether it's through subtle reminders of their presence or more overt attempts to reconnect, they often remain fixated on regaining what they've lost. This is why maintaining firm boundaries is not just important, but absolutely crucial. The narcissist's persistence can be relentless, and any sign of weakness or wavering on your part may encourage them to resume their pursuit. Your refusal to re-engage isn't merely an act of defiance. It's a profound declaration of your self-worth and your commitment to a healthier, more empowered life. By staying resolute, you're protecting the progress you've made and ensuring that their cycle of manipulation doesn't ensnare you again. Each moment you hold your ground is a victory, not just against the narcissist, but for yourself and your healing journey. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the mind of a narcissist and the power of rejecting their Hoover. Remember, their reaction is not a reflection of your worth, but a testament to their inability to cope with rejection. By denying their attempts to re-enter your life, you're reclaiming your power and paving the way for your healing. If this video resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more empowering content. Share this with anyone who might be struggling to break free from a narcissist's grip. Together, we can create a community of strength and support. Thank you for reading, and I look forward to seeing you in the next.
Deviant behavior of narcissists when in the bathroom alone. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Narcissist Exposed channel, where we delve into the fascinating, often perplexing world of human behavior, with a special focus on the dynamics of narcissism and how it manifests in various aspects of life. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe, like this video, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any of our deep dives into the complexities of the human psyche. Today, we're going to explore a rather unconventional topic, one that might seem a bit unusual at first but is incredibly revealing about the inner workings of a narcissist's mind. The deviant behavior of narcissists when they are alone in the bathroom. So, get comfortable, maybe even a little curious, and let's unpack this intriguing subject together. When we think about narcissism, our minds typically go to the more obvious behaviors: grandiosity, manipulation, a lack of empathy, and an insatiable need for admiration. However, the nature of narcissism is such that it permeates every aspect of an individual's life, often manifesting in ways that are less visible or socially acceptable. One such area where this can occur is in the privacy of the bathroom. Now, you might be wondering why we would focus on a seemingly mundane space like a bathroom, but it's precisely this isolation and privacy that can provide a window into the more deviant and unfiltered aspects of a narcissist's behavior. To start, it's essential to understand that narcissists often see themselves as the center of their universe. Their self-perception is heavily tied to their physical appearance, their ability to command attention, and their need to feel superior to others. The bathroom, therefore, becomes more than just a place for basic hygiene. It can be a stage where they reinforce their self-image, engage in ritualistic behaviors, and even indulge in actions that might be considered deviant or abnormal. One of the most common behaviors that narcissists might exhibit when alone in the bathroom is an obsessive focus on their appearance. While it's normal for anyone to take a moment to check their reflection or groom themselves, for a narcissist, this can become an all-consuming activity. They may spend excessive amounts of time scrutinizing every detail of their face and body, obsessing over perceived flaws, or admiring their features in a way that reinforces their sense of superiority. This behavior is rooted in their deep-seated need for validation and their fear of imperfection, which can be particularly intense when they are not being observed by others. In some cases, this fixation on appearance can take on a more deviant form. For instance, a narcissist might engage in self-admiration to the point of fetishization, where they derive a sense of arousal or deep emotional satisfaction from their own reflection. This behavior, known as autosexuality, is not uncommon among individuals with narcissistic tendencies, as it aligns with their need to be the object of their own desire and admiration. In the privacy of the bathroom, away from the judgment of others, they may indulge in this behavior more openly, using the mirror as a tool to feed their insatiable ego. Another aspect of deviant behavior that may occur when a narcissist is alone in the bathroom is related to their sense of control and power. Narcissists often have an overwhelming need to assert dominance, not just over others but also over themselves and their environment. The bathroom, as a private space where they can be entirely alone, provides an opportunity to exercise this control in ways that might seem strange or unsettling to an outsider. For example, a narcissist might engage in ritualistic behaviors, such as excessively washing their hands, arranging toiletries in a specific order, or performing other repetitive actions that give them a sense of mastery over their surroundings. These rituals are not just about cleanliness or organization. They are about asserting control over their environment in a way that reinforces their belief in their own power and superiority. In some cases, these behaviors can border on obsessive-compulsive tendencies, where the narcissist feels compelled to perform certain actions to maintain their sense of order and control. Furthermore, the bathroom can also be a space where a narcissist indulges in more sinister or deviant behaviors. For instance, some narcissists might use the privacy of the bathroom to engage in self-harm or other destructive behaviors, not out of a desire for punishment but as a twisted form of control over their own body. This could include actions like picking at their skin, pulling out hair, or engaging in other forms of body-focused repetitive behaviors, BFRBs, that are often kept hidden from others. These actions are not necessarily driven by the same motivations as self-harm in other contexts. Rather, they are a manifestation of the narcissist's need to exert absolute control over themselves, even if it results in self-damage. Additionally, the bathroom can be a space where a narcissist rehearses or fantasizes about their public persona. This might involve practicing speeches, facial expressions, or body language in front of the mirror, perfecting the image they wish to present to the outside world. They may also engage in conversations with themselves, acting out scenarios where they are the hero or the victim, depending on what role will garner the most attention and sympathy from others. These rehearsals are not just idle fantasies. They are carefully crafted performances designed to manipulate and control the perceptions of those around them. Another form of deviant behavior that can occur in the privacy of the bathroom is related to the narcissist's relationship with their bodily functions. For some narcissists, bodily functions can be a source of shame or disgust, something that contradicts their idealized self-image of perfection and control. In the bathroom, they might go to great lengths to distance themselves from these aspects of their humanity, engaging in excessive cleanliness rituals or even avoiding acknowledging these functions altogether. On the other hand, some narcissists might derive a perverse sense of satisfaction from the control they exert over these functions, turning even the most basic human needs into a demonstration of their power and dominance. It's also important to consider the role of the bathroom as a place of secrecy for the narcissist. In many cases, the bathroom becomes a sanctuary where they can indulge in behaviors they would never allow others to see. This could include anything from compulsive lying to themselves, engaging in unethical behavior, such as stealing or snooping through personal items, or even fantasizing about scenarios that feed their narcissistic desires. The privacy of the bathroom provides a space where the narcissist can be entirely unguarded, allowing their deviant tendencies to come to the fore without fear of judgment or repercussions. Moreover, the bathroom can be a place where a narcissist's paranoia is most evident. Narcissists often harbor deep-seated fears of being exposed or undermined, and these fears can manifest in the form of paranoid thoughts or behaviors when they are alone. They might check the bathroom repeatedly for hidden cameras, obsess over the idea that someone is watching them, or engage in other behaviors that reveal their underlying anxiety and mistrust. This paranoia can be particularly intense in the bathroom, where the combination of privacy and vulnerability heightens their fears of exposure. It's also worth noting that the deviant behaviors of narcissists in the bathroom are not always extreme or overtly harmful. Sometimes, these behaviors are subtle and insidious, manifesting as a constant need for self-reassurance or an obsession with maintaining a perfect appearance. Even in these less extreme cases, the underlying motivations are the same: a deep need for control, validation, and a reinforcement of their grandiose self-image. Ultimately, the bathroom serves as a microcosm of the narcissist's inner world, a place where their fears, desires, and insecurities are laid bare in the privacy of their own company. It is a space where the facade can drop, revealing the often deviant and unsettling behaviors that lie beneath the surface. Whether it's an obsession with appearance, ritualistic control, or paranoid fears, these behaviors provide a glimpse into the mind of a narcissist when they are free from the gaze of others. As we conclude our discussion, it's important to remember that these behaviors are not just peculiar quirks. They are manifestations of the underlying psychological mechanisms that drive narcissism. The bathroom, in its isolation and privacy, allows these mechanisms to play out in ways that might never be seen in public, offering a rare and unsettling insight into the true nature of narcissistic behavior. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the deviant behaviors of narcissists when they are alone in the bathroom. I hope you found this exploration as fascinating as it was revealing. If you enjoyed this discussion, please give it a thumbs up, share it with others who might find it interesting, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Your support means the world to me, and I look forward to continuing to explore the complexities of human behavior together. Until next time, take care, and remember, understanding the hidden aspects of narcissism is a step towards recognizing and addressing these behaviors in ourselves and others.